as a Zimbabwean young woman, I've seen the violent nature of Zimbabwean politics. I've seen women being easy targets of political violence. Women have been brutalized, abducted, killed and raped for being politically active or for being close to someone who is. Women have been called insulting names for being politically vocal.
The participation of young people, especially women, in the electoral process has been very minimal over the years. South. As the country heads for the 2018 harmonized elections, we spoke to a few aspiring female candidates for the local government and member of parliament seats who showed determination to claim their space come 2018 despite myriad of challenges they are likely to face.
Pamela Chitimbe, for local government, what they form purpose. Matambudziko andinofunga kuti tasangana nawo mazhinji acho ndeekudzikisira, especially nevarume, because kazhinji kacho kana uri munhukadzi zvikuru sei asina kuroorwa kana kuti munhukadzi ari mune zvematongo enyika chinotarisirwa pasi.
For what Taitel in South Harare. What inspired me to be thinking of standing in this upcoming election is the lack of the middle class women the lack of the voice of the middle class women in council, be it in council, parliamentary. So I chose to be standing as a candidate so that I would represent other young females.
Female students are aspiring for public office in the upcoming 2018 election. The opportunities that are likely to be lured in the next election to the youth are that, especially the young women and girls, are that there is likelihood that there is creation of space for them to contest as candidates and also enhanced participation of them to participate in electoral processes as voters.
Head as well. I know there are going to be a lot of challenges that we're going to face. Firstly, a challenge of unlocking the youth vote. It's something that is going to be tough. Why? Because normally the youth used to be having these big fish, these big names in politics, and me being a young woman, not being financially sound, as people would say that if you're in politics you have to be financially sound.
Within a number of political parties that are there currently is that they haven't been creating space for female students and female students, young women and girls to participate in election. There is this attitude within women of a pull-down syndrome to say a number of I would want to say elders, but they call them sisters in politics. They don't have that attitude of encouraging and empowering other young women in the same space to take the same offices that they are aspiring. So there is this attitude of pulling a down syndrome, and that discourages especially young girls who are at the ages of 20 and above, who are able to also run for office to take up these positions.
Violence, lack of campaign resources and support, discrimination by society are what characterize the political field. Young female aspiring politicians are often labeled all sorts of names, from prostitutes and many other names. This did not only discourage them from contesting for offices but also from participating in the broader electoral process. Political and voter part are the end result.
I no longer want to be scared because it is the politics of my country that defines the life that I live as a young woman. It is the policies that the politicians make that defines the life that I live as a young woman. Whom I feel has my best interest at heart. I have a right to be a leader myself if I want to. I have a right to have different political opinions and choices from the next person.
As I was putting my ambitions to say to run for the public office, the works that I'm currently doing in terms of luring the young people's vote to vote for me in the upcoming 2018 election. Currently I'm working with an organization that is Young Voters Platform, which works on mobilizing youths basically from the age of 17 now to 35, so that they get sensitized in the issues of electoral processes to contest as candidates, and also to participate generally through voting in the upcoming 2018 election. I'm also an activist at my college where I am. So through the advocacy work that I do, I believe that alone will create impact, will influence a number of young people like me to also get that interest to participate in electoral processes.
Been working towards mobilizing young people and educate them on the importance of placing young female candidates as runners for this coming election, because we will be there to get their views to the responsible authorities and make sure that their future is secured, because if we are going to implement policies that would be aligned to the needs of the young people in Zimbabwe.
I'm calling upon my fellow young women, our mothers and our grandmothers, to come together and fight against political violence in our country, and fight against political intolerance and cohesion. We have to fight for safe political spaces for us to participate as women, so that we also become decision makers in our country.
Political parties should provide quota systems for young people, so that there is full participation of young people in the electoral parties. Currently, Zimbabwe has few youth members of parliament, let alone cabinet ministers. Old age pervades both parliament and cabinet.